Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Julia Olivares, and yes, I'm looking a little crazy today because I've got just the one eye done, but that's what I want to teach you how to do today, is to create a smoky eye look. Now, a smoky eye does not have to be difficult. A lot of people think, there's a lot involved with it, and really it's a few basic steps to get you started. You can always add more to it, which I'll show you how to do that. Plus, I'll tell you some additional tips that you can use if you really want to take it to the max. But today I'm going to show you how to create a really nice, simple, easy to do smoky eye that doesn't take a lot of time. Now, the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you can be used for all sorts of different colors of smoky eye, because really it's the technique that I'm teaching. Now, today what I did is I did use a dark brown and a really soft kind of a mauve color to create it, along with a really light off-white shade, which I'll go into. And you're welcome to replicate those colors, of course. You can also shoot me a message. I can let you know exactly what colors I used for the tutorial. However, again, it's a technique that I'm teaching today that's really going to help you be able to do this with any type of color. So let's get started. I've already put my eye primer on, which is super important. Eye primer is going to help keep the color in place, keep your eye makeup from creasing and smudging off throughout the day, and it just helps it be more vibrant. So you definitely want to be using an eye primer. All right, so first things first, you're gonna want a blending brush. Now, a blending brush has these longer bristles. They bend, very easily. It's very fluffy, and this is gonna be a key tool to creating this look. So what you wanna do when you're applying your base layer for a smoky eye is you want to choose a matte shade that's maybe an off-white or a light peachy color, a light pinky color. It should be a very light color though. And what you're going to do, we're going to have to go in here a few times with the color, but you want to get that on your blending brush and you're going to apply that right into the crease. Now, you may feel like, you're not really seeing this color a whole lot, and it's true, you're not, but it is an essential part to getting everything to blend well. So you want to make sure that you are applying this lighter shade. Now, notice where I'm applying it. I'm going in the crease and then I'm taking it up just a little bit closer to my brow bone. You can even use it as your highlight color. What we're going to be doing to note is that we're going to be using all matte shades. Now, certainly if you want to take the smoky eye up a notch, you can throw in some metallic shades, some shimmer shades, whatever works for you. But today we're going to be using all matte shades. So once you get that color on, what you want to do next is choose a slightly darker shade. And this shade can be a shade that either contrasts or complements the all over color that you're going to use. So it's up to you. What I did today is I actually used this really pretty kind of a pink mauve kind of a color. And again, you're going to use that same blending brush, get some color on there, and you're essentially going to go in the same place that you just went with that lighter color, but you're not going to take it all the way up to the brow bone. And you're just going to use this little windshield wiper motion here, back and forth, to apply this color nice and light. So you want to kind of take it out, to the edge of like what would be equal with your brow there, and bring it all the way in down here and just go back and forth. It's totally okay if you get it onto your eyelid. No worries, just don't take it all the way up to your brow up here. So we'll add just a little more color. So again, this should be a nice light color. Hey Jody, hey Robin, thanks so much for tuning in. All right, next what you're gonna do is you want a crease brush. You could also use a smaller sized fluffy brush, definitely something smaller than this. The one I'm using is called the crease brush. It's not terribly fluffy, but it does still have some blending capabilities. This color should be darker. So we're working from lightest to darkest, if you haven't picked up on that yet. And so this color should yet again be even darker. And this color is solely going to go in the crease. You're not going to blend this up under the brow bone or up, up by your brow at all. Okay, so what I did for this is I chose this nice color right here. It's kind of a, I don't even know what to call it. What would you call that? A grayish, purpley taupe color? Sure, why not? Um, and so what I'm gonna do is just pop this color right here in the crease. Get it in there nice and good so it's nice and noticeable. Again, you may get some at the very top of your eyelid. Totally okay. Do not worry about that. And this again is just strictly staying in the crease. You're not blending it up at all. So we'll get that color in there. So as you can see, we're already starting to create this nice transition from this darkest color to the medium color to the lightest color. Okay, that gives a really gradient look, and that's why using transition colors are so important. You don't want to just slap a dark color on and then a light color and call it a day. Doesn't work very well that way. You can do that, but it's not going to look as nice. Okay, next what I'm going to do, so this big thing here is like 6 different eyeshadow palettes put together. But from, let's see, from this color to this black color here, these 7 shades, that's one palette. So what I chose was this nice dark brown that would go with that same color I just used in the for my crease. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it on this little angled sponge here. Now for this part, I definitely recommend using a tool. You can use something like this. You could use a flat brush that's maybe angled, but you want to use something that's going to be easy to get in the crease or like in the corner here without making a big mess. You want this to be very precise, and the important part of this is you want to put this color as close to your eyelashes as you can. That's where you want the focus, and then we're going to blend up a little bit. Now, you could use a cream shadow for this color, which is what I almost did, but I was thinking that there's not a lot of people that use cream shadows on a regular basis. So I just thought it would be nicer if I use one of the palettes with some of the existing colors, everything goes together, to make it much easier for you guys if you're using one of these palettes, as opposed to me throwing in something totally different. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the color on. We put a little more on here, get that little bit darker down by my lashes. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take that same crease brush that we used earlier for that kind of taupe color, that color, not putting any other color on, but what I'm going to do is I'm now just going to blend this dark color up into the crease a little bit to help give that a more blended look and a more soft look. So as you can see, everything is just becoming nice and gradient all the way up. Now, what I like to do to finish the look is I like to take my setting powder. It's a translucent setting powder, and not only do I use this, of course, on my face, but it is amazing for blending. If you've never used one, I highly recommend using one. This is just, it's like one of the best products I've ever used, seriously. And what it's going to do is I'm just going to very gently dust this in here, over my eyelid, just using that same fluffy brush as earlier. And I'm very lightly doing this so that I'm not blending all the colors into one, but I'm just adding that on there for a little pop to help really smooth that out. Then what you can do, you can look over here and say, okay, I need a little bit more pink, over here to help that show up. You can go back and add that kind of stuff in, but you've got your base down at this point. So next what you want to do, repeat the same process on the bottom. So first things first, you're going to take that fluffy brush that you just used. Make sure you've got it cleaned off. And you're going to take that same, nice off-white color that we started with. And we're just going to start that down here. Again, kind of take it down right under your eyes here. That's totally okay. Then we're going to do the same brush. And you use that pink color. And you're going to go in the same spot. So what you want to do is you want the bottom to reflect the top. And then what you'll do is you'll take that same taupe color that you used earlier. And what you want to do here, I'll show you kind of like right where your eyeball is. A little bump where your eyeball is. I don't know what else to call it. I'm trying to get close enough so you guys see, but like this. Take that color that you used in your crease with that same crease brush. Apply that there. And then you want a really thin brush. I like to use a liner brush, which is something like this here. See how nice and thin that is? And then you're gonna get that dark brown color that you use all over your eyelid, and you really just want to pack that right into your eyelashes. And then what you can do, take that up and around just a little bit. Don't get too crazy pulling the color out too far, but you can create a really nice rounded look on your eye if you just take that up and around real soft and easy. See? And that's it. Then what you can do, of course, I'm going to top it off with mascara to finish out the look. Other things that you can do to really make this look pop, by all means, add some sparkle to it. Use a metallic or a sparkly type eyeshadow, especially all over your eyelid. And lastly, you could always put on some fake eyelashes. I don't personally use fake eyelashes, although I have seen the magnetic ones. A little curious about those because I think they look pretty cool, but I've not ever tried them. So those are just a few other things that you can do to really set off the look. But like I said, I'll top this off with some mascara, and that'll be it. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to let me know. I'm happy to help you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.